Hello Bob, got your booster finished. This is the 2-to-1 boost ratio booster. I know you said you didn't want the stronger one, so we got you the 2-to-1 here for your car. Let's go over a few things. Got all the steel parts CAD plated or black oxided. The air filter assembly has been completely remanufactured with new parts inside of it. Got a new vacuum diaphragm in here. Got a stainless steel sleeve inside the slave cylinder, and there's a stainless steel shaft that transitions from hydraulic to vacuum is stainless steel. Also have stainless steel bleed screws for you. And let's see, what else? Okay. That's it in terms of the booster itself. Since this is a retrofit, I don't know what parts Robert is going to need to make this thing work in your car, so I'll discuss it with him, but there's a variety of this is some of the parts that could be needed to make this work where the treadle vac used to be. In terms of the machine here and testing the booster, the vacuum side, these two gauges will go up and read the vacuum as produced by the pump on the test machine, and then as the booster is activated, this gauge is going to go to 0 and this gauge will stay constant, hence the term. And you want to make sure there's no fluctuation in this gauge and any deviations. If there were, that would indicate issues within the vacuum system of the booster. And this gauge right here is tied to this port right here, and that's a test port that you can use anytime you want to. Just unscrew the test plug, the plug right here, and install a vacuum gauge, and then as you hit the brakes with the car running, you'll see the gauge go to 0 and you can check your booster. On the hydraulic side, input, both gauges are tied together. This gauge goes up, maxes out, and this gauge goes up and reads final output pressure as supplied by the machine. Output from the booster, again, both gauges are tied together. This gauge maxes out and this gauge reads final output pressure as supplied by the booster, but with no vacuum going to it, the booster is inert. So I'm going to show you that right now. Pressure in, same as pressure out. Go 350, 350, 350. Now then, since this is a 2-to-1 boost ratio, we're going to get double of what's right here, so we'll be between 600 and 900 psi. While we're under pressure, we'll check our bleed screws. We'll check our joint right here, there that seals. We'll also check our bleed screw, our bleed hole over here. There's a tiny bleed hole. That's your first line of defense. Get down here. See a little hole right there? All right, that's your first line of defense that indicates that the booster is starting to fail internally and needs to be addressed. What else? That's all I need to check on the outside. And so far everything's good, looking good. We'll test it again. Actually, this is about the 10th time I've tested it. Got a good booster for you, Bob. Thanks for letting me do it for you. And again, I'll check with Robert, see what fittings you need. That'll be extra above and beyond what the booster is. Thanks.